The Russia-Ukraine war is one of the defining conflicts of the 21st century. It began in 2014 and escalated into a full-scale war in 2022. Its origins lie in a complicated history, deep geopolitical fault lines, and the ambitions of a single leader. Let's explore why this war started and why it continues today. Russia and Ukraine share centuries of intertwined history. Both trace their cultural and political roots back to the Kyivan Rus of the 9th century. For much of the 20th century, Ukraine was a crucial part of the Soviet Union. Known as Europe's breadbasket, it provided grain, industry, and resources vital to the Soviet system. When the USSR collapsed in 1991, Ukraine declared independence. But independence did not erase Russian influence. Each time Ukraine moved closer to Europe and the West, tensions with Moscow grew sharper. The breaking point came in 2014, when mass protests in Kyiv ousted the pro-Russian president Viktor Yanukovych. Russia responded by annexing Crimea and backing armed separatists in eastern Ukraine. That decision ignited a conflict that has never truly ended. Another major driver of the war is Russia's tense relationship with NATO. After the Cold War, NATO expanded eastward, admitting former Soviet states like Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. Russia viewed this as a direct security threat, fearing military encirclement. Ukraine's eventual aim to join NATO was unacceptable to Moscow. Ukraine's stated ambition to join NATO crossed a red line for Moscow. In 2021, Vladimir Putin demanded that NATO stop expanding and pull its forces from Eastern Europe. The West rejected those demands. Just months later, Russian tanks crossed into Ukraine in February 2022 in an attempt to block Ukraine's integration with the West and to reassert Russian power. But beyond geopolitics, this war is also about Vladimir Putin's ambitions. For years, Putin has spoken of the Soviet Union's collapse as a tragedy, stripping Russia of power and prestige. In his writings and speeches, he has denied Ukraine's distinct identity, insisting Russians and Ukrainians are one people. As of August 2025, the war grinds on with little sign of ending. Ukraine has lost about 40% of its Kursk region, and Russia continues to launch strikes. Cities lie devastated. Millions have been displaced. In recent efforts toward peace, US President Donald Trump has assured President Volodymyr Zelensky that the United States would help guarantee Ukraine's security in any deal to end Russia's war. Following his meeting in Alaska with Russian President Vladimir Putin, Trump hosted Zelensky and a group of European allies in a summit at the White House and pledged to work together to find a solution to this long-standing dispute between Russia and Ukraine. For more updates, please like, share, and subscribe the Geo Frontline.